All right, here we go again. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Fat fingered it. So what are we looking at? I wanted to look at options, but oh, here we go. That's it. I'm on the wrong tab. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, mate. All right. So what are we looking at? 30-minute. We got a 30-minute bear flag building. This is about 10 minutes. 10-minute delay. So a couple of layoffs being announced. Yeah, we still got a bear flag working. So we're going to watch a break of this low right here, which is 10 minutes behind. It's not going to happen. But that low is 89, 896.75. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, we'll watch that. I mean, we got a negative bias. You got people out there bitching and moaning. And that could very well push the market down. But you got the Fed out there tomorrow. And you got some Fed barking is barking today. Fed barking. Barking. Yeah, he should be barking right now. Who knows what he's saying? We'll see if we can get some insight into what his dilly is. But we've had a phenomenal week. And hey, by the way, if you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. We had a great week. We're making money hand over fist. And let's see if we can keep that going. Pretty chilly out here. Should have brought a poncho out or something. It's all right. It'll be good for my workout. So, if you're out there, send me a hello so I know that we've got some company. Yeah, I know my chat is slow. Actually, we could shut all that down. We're not going to be able to pay attention to that during trading hours. And let's take a look. Yeah, I'm just looking around, seeing what we can get into over here. Hey, if you're here, subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the like. The like goes a long way, man. And a couple of chats. So I know you're out there. A little content. Market relative. News relative. We'll like that. Good morning to everybody who's joining me first thing in the morning. Yesterday was a super day, man. If you traded with me using just 3 contracts in the unit, would have walked home with about $4,800. Less than an hour's worth of work. Can't argue about that. Figure if you work at a major box company, you're making $14.50 an hour. 14.50 an hour. You got to figure that's about 500 hours you got to put in to meet that hour of work, which kind of spells out the benefit of being a trader. WTI hits lowest. Yeah, look at that. Gas is pushing down, huh? In your face, Putin. Oil, I'm sorry. Oil's pushing down. Well, actually, gasoline is down a little bit also. It's at $2.40 a gallon. And it's right on a support line. It should break that. I think we should be going back to the lows, which is a few days ago. And the low is $2.35 a gallon. It takes about 4 days for that to reflect in the pumps. But, yeah, that's fairly positive. Fairly positive. And, yeah, the Fed's beating his head with these interest rates. And I don't think it's so much a fight of inflation. I think inflation's going to have to come down organically just based on payrolls, housing, and supply issues. But I think that he's buying himself room, getting back to a normal interest rate. Interest rates were way too low before, but he's getting back to a normal interest rate. And once he stops lifting or raising, I think the markets are going to stabilize. And we're not going to see the growth that we've seen over the past, 20 years, man, after the major financial debacle, where we're getting all that support. But right now, the market's turned around. They were up all morning, but have rolled around. You could argue that they're flat. I mean, the S&P's down 9 points. That's really nothing. And like I said, you got Barkin out there barking. So, that's probably moving the market. I'm sure they got algorithms clocking what he says. But there's a fair consistency. We have Microsoft up and we have Apple up, but everything else that we clock is down. Amazon's down, Google's down, Tesla's down. Down subtly. What's BTC look like? Yeah, see, now I'm hearing, which I was thinking, a subsidy package for Europe for fuel prices. I mean, we're going to do this for a pandemic, which really just hit like 0.3% of the U.S. population. And, we subsidize, Europe subsidized like crazy. Subsidize for heat, man. Give everybody a check, help them out with the heat. I mean, people are going to be cold for the winter. So we're looking at BTC on the daily, and just looks like a slow grind down. We were watching a consolidation inside of here. And if you watched my evening videos or my morning videos, rather. No, that's not what I was looking for. We had said that we were going to stay neutral pending a break of this channel. And we said we were going short, and we did. We went short right here, bing, and took that break. Oh wait, you know what? That's not the break. Bing. Nope, this was the break up here. Yeah, this was the break up here. That's what we were watching for. And that's where we went short. But look, anything that's going on right now, I'm just not very confident in because, we got the granddaddy of the feds out there tomorrow, which is Powell. Powell. So, I mean, everybody's talking about, look, we're grinding up now. Russell's still down, but looking like it's trying to go to a break even. Dow's probably down the most aggressive. NASDAQ's up 11 right now, the futures. And look, I mean, if you look back 6 to 10 months, food prices have actually stabilized to come down worldwide. I mean, we don't really feel it here in the States on the come down because we're greedy capitalists. But, yeah, when you're talking about world inflation, you could see it. You could see it happening. You could see it changing. So, you got some fear mongers out there talking about that 93 mark still, like Goldman. But I don't know, man. It feels like we're on a turn. And everybody's aggressive about the September Fed announcement. But, I mean, 75 is reasonable. Yeah, we got September 2021. So I guess this may be the last week that these guys are carrying on. That's why they're being so aggressive. Then they go into a quiet period, I think a week before. The Russell's trying to get to positive. Putting in a little bit of a grind. Apple just went positive. Tesla looks like it's going to go positive. And even Google, I mean, it's down 39 cents. Tesla's down a quarter. What to do. You never close your eyes. We're ready on that 30-second chart. We'll take a look at that. I really don't see anything, man. It's just looks like a whole lot of consolidation. I could see about 10 points at the open. Looks like we're going to open flat. All right, nobody wants to talk to me? I don't want to talk to you either. So all these lines are previous days opening ranges. Actually, you know what? I'm clearing this bad boy out. Let's get a nice clean chart. There we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's a pretty nice it looks like the channel. And we're probably going to open up within that. And the channel started on Friday. Well, I guess that's just one trading day from there. This is a pretty good area right around here to be churning around on the SPX. And we got about 8 minutes to the open. But I don't know. I'm not feeling too much more downside. And we were talking. Let's get this bad boy back up there. We were talking a few weeks ago about the weekly and what we're looking for. And really, we're looking for a higher low, right? And these three lines, 1, 2, 3, this is a general trend of the move up. And this one, I'd say, is more right, the upper right through the middle. But the three of them kind of make a channel that we may grind within, I think, on a slow grind up. I wouldn't want to see it come down and touch the slower one. Every time we hit one, though, we get it retraced. This one was very significant. We were talking about that in the mid-morning meetings, and I kept saying, let's just watch to see what happens here. So even if we give another test here on the weekly, this is still a higher low, and that's a trend reversal, and the momentum would support that. And I'm kind of expecting that that's what's going to transpire. No, that didn't really lay in right. Yeah, so you could kind of look at that that Mac Daddy as like building a head and shoulder, and hopefully break to the upside on that, and start an upward momentum. I was expecting a head and shoulder right here, and I really would have rathered the market didn't move up beyond that point and then did its retrace, and that would have given us a really nice head and shoulders. So this is kind of just going into a consolidation, really. If we get this lower, this higher low, then we have a trend reversal setup and could feed us to a higher high. We would have to break this high to change or to have an uptrend on the weekly. This high changed the trend, but didn't didn't reverse the trend, so it changed it, and it could go into a reversal or a consolidation, and that's what I'm watching. And had it done the head and shoulders, it would be less confusing. Hey, what's up, Spidey Cool? Good to see you. Hey, Tommy, good morning. Tommy Guns. Speaking of guns, my arms are sore from yesterday's workout. Got a good cardiovascular today going on. My truck is starting to run rough. I think I have to clean the injectors. I hate sending the truck in for something I could do myself. I just feel like I'm being lazy. Man, oh man. So the Dow had a nice push up and then just turned around and sold off a little bit, a little aggressively. Coming into the market, it's selling off. I mean, you could still argue that it's flat. It's down, 50. And the markets are mixed. Got the composite up. And who knows what the Feds are gabbing about. So anyway, yeah, we were looking for that. So, yeah, this is what I want to see. I mean, a nice hammer on this week would be great. If we don't get the hammer this week, maybe we'll see a hammer next week. But that's what we're looking for. She's a 2010. A 2010. And I bought her new. And most of the miles on her were me cruising around on highways. I mean, really did very, very little time in Manhattan, or the cities. It was mostly, cruising, big highway driving in Pennsylvania, big highway driving between the South, wherever I had my boat tucked, and Pennsylvania. So she's not all that gnarly. She could use some love though, man. She's got a little rust popping up. I could do that work too, but I'm not that great at painting. My old man was in automobiles when I was a kid, so I grew up around that stuff. And it's got close to 300,000 miles on it. But you fall in love with your truck. I mean, it's like a cowboy's horse. You know what I'm saying? And she's been so good to me. I mean, never any major problems. I mean, I'm regular with servicing and things like that. And I mean, nothing, no problems. But now she's picking up a little hop. I think I got a miss, and I'm hoping it's something silly. I mean, it's not the plugs or the starter coil. So I'm hoping it's the injector, but I could hear the injector working. So I mean, if the sound was flat, that would be more comforting. I could just pop that injector and that's it. So I'm thinking maybe it's some deposit. Actually, in my heart, I kind of figure it's not really. That's not the case. And it might be one of those rollers, the valve rollers or something, which means I got to tear the top of the engine apart, open up the valves, change all that shit. So I'm kind of debating on that. I have the appropriate tools that can do it, like the professionals do it. So there's a material that's really, I mean, it's pretty aggressive, and you can't pour it into your tank or anything. It'll eat right through the tank. But it's made to go into a canister that's compressed. You plug it into your fuel rail, and you hook it to your compressor, and you shut off your fuel pump on the truck. And you start the engine, and you blow it right through. And I mean, it cleans the injectors. It's a professional cleaning. And I mean, all the gear and everything, it's not very expensive. But you really never have to... You don't really have to replace the injectors if you do that. And that sort of servicing should be done regularly. You can go to your dealer, and every once in a while when you're doing an oil change, you tell them to just clean the injectors. And you'll see your engine will maintain its power and fuel economy, fuel efficiency. But I think it's a roller. It could be a roller. Which I'm hoping not, man, because that's a bitch. And then I'm thinking, all right, maybe I'll have somebody do the work, but it just goes against what I say, what I feel. All right, so we're chopping around, man. I mean, we got mixed markets. I'm not really looking to take anything yet until I get some idea of what we want to do. Yeah, normally I take that second bar and see if I could catch a run on the open, but I don't know if we're gonna get too much of a run on that open. I mean, we're only down $1.50, and there goes the Nasdaq pushing up. The Dow's pushing up. I might take a break at that high. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Oh, there we go. We broke the high. And she's moving. See, look at that. A retrace just it makes a buck over the high. I think it's going to continue to run. It feels kind of strong. The Dow feels kind of strong. The Russell is trying to go trying to turn positive. What the hell did I have out there? I think I had a trade out there. I should have wrote it down. Oh yeah, I did. Look at that. I did it. Something. Yeah, see, it's choppy, man. I'm glad I didn't take that trade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just range bound now, chopping back and forth. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. I think ahead of the Fed, it's going to kind of look like this. Maybe a few of the what is that? That's on the 7th. Okay, a few of those guys might say something gnarly and move the market a little bit. We've got a little protection right there. Actually fucked up yesterday. Forgot to close something. Wow, the NASDAQ is just all over the place. It's up 50 points, 60 points. Hasn't really moved since the open. Oh, there she goes. She's starting to push up. Looking at that 5-minute. Putting a test on that resistance, and the momentum just seems flat. So I'm just not getting involved. I might be missing it, but you know, this is an inside bar. I don't see anything really that I want to take. You know, if I trade this, I'm going to be trading inside of all this mess, and that's going to be whipping me around. And the daily's still slightly oversold. There we go. We're breaking that resistance. Now we're going to come into this right here. Well, we're at it right now. Let's see if we break through that. The 22.59 is posing a little bit of resistance. You can bust through that. You're going to need the NASDAQ to keep moving. Dow turned around. It's up $50. Russell's up. That's positive for me. Russell's up. Shows that there's a little bit of risk on today. But we're fighting that resistance. And then we're going to have another resistance to fight through at 25.01. See, that's why I don't like to trade when it's an inside bar. And maybe we'll test this high right here. I'm just not going to take a gamble to figure it out. I think 35 looks like a good number, though. 935. We'll probably hit that on a grind. Let's take a look at some chats and see what you guys are thinking. Bink, bink, bink. Oh, nothing. Nobody's thinking anything. Nothing. So, we've had a really good week. Just leave it going like that. Do you enter the break of resistance or the pullback? I enter the break. I take the breaks. And that's pretty good. We're coming into another resistance at 25. But, you know, I mean, it's got to be a relatively good resistance. Like this this resistance right here that I'm watching is not a great resistance. I want at least 2 touches. I mean, we got 2 touches right there. That's a nice resistance bar right there. I would take that breakout, call that a breakout. Looks like right now the 5-minute might be building a bear flag. You can keep your eye on that. But this is like a minor resistance. And then you're going to have another resistance up here around 25. So I wouldn't take that break. It's got to have at least 2 touches. Here's a good one right here. So you want to see it test it twice before you get involved. And test it 3 times, becomes even more substantial. Making another move. We didn't get that flag. It's just grinding up. Looks like Nasdaq's about to test its high one more time. If it could break through it, it's going to bring that S&P up. If it can't break that, then just watch your downside if you're long right now. If you went long on that resistance break, you got about 4 points. I would take 1/3 off and just bank a little bit of money. I'd probably pull my second off at about 34. Just watch that composite, see how it behaves at this high right here, if it feels like it wants to continue its march up or not. What's going on over here? Did I take part in 2016? Do you enter? Nope. All right, so we're cool. All right, that's the next minor resistance. The 5 minutes getting a little overbought, so watch for a slight pullback right here. AMs. Yeah, it's a reversal bar on the 5 minutes, so be careful if you took that long. You might want to get out and wait for another pattern. If you break that low, you're going to pull back a little bit. Might come back and do a last kiss on that that resistance. So that resistance just became your support. Oh, look at that, pushing up, pushing up. Nasdaq's looking a little top heavy. Dow's pushing up. Looks like the composite might be putting in a trend reversal pattern. S&P's trying to break that high. We've got to watch that composite. If it breaks the high, it's going to... actually, it looks like the S&P is leading the composite. I guess maybe utilities or financials are the leaders today. Dow's grinding up. Looks good. There she goes. Don't worry about that reversal doji on the 5. Oh, got a double top. Do we have a double top? Even though S&P's the leader, if the Nasdaq turns around, it's just going to put too much weight on the S&P for it to continue to move. There goes the Dow doing a little bit of a retrace. Just a little give back, nothing terrible. You're late today. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, man. You had a break of a resistance, and I guess you got about 10 points in it right now, but it's just grinding its way up. I'm not too happy about it. We got mixed markets. Composite actually is supporting the move. It looks like this might be turn out to be a good move. I didn't take it. It's an inside bar. I don't want to fight all that resistance right there. I mean, it's going to turn around, come back to you one point or another. It's just grinding, man. But let's take a look at some futures. Talk a little futures. I'm not going to put it on the chart on the screen, but oil down 3 sticks, baby. Yo, up yours, Putin. Yeah, we broke that trend line a couple of days ago, or yesterday actually, and yeah, we're just pushing down, and RBOB, which is gas, it's testing its support. It's 236 right now. Would like to see that grind down a little bit more. And what's natural gas look like? People need to fill their tanks. And it's kind of counterintuitive with seasonality right now. And yeah, natural gas is only down 18 cents. But yo, I mean, it was at $10 maybe 2 weeks ago. It's at 7.96 LP. So yeah, you know, that propane, which is a pretty large provider of heat for the U.S., that's coming down. It would be nice to see that baby get back down to the fours. I mean, that's quite a run. I'm just trying to put a Fibonacci on it to see what we might be able to expect. Yeah, we're already at a 50% retrace. So it might put in a bottom over here, natural gas. But if it could break below this, we got 713. Tell you the truth, I'd probably look for a reversal pattern and look to get long in natural gas. Might be good to fill half your propane tank right now. Dow's doing a little retrace. $31 210 is my next target, but we could look for a trend reversal indication right here. $31 212. That's it. We're bouncing off the 38% retrace on the Dow. That might be a give back. Looks like the S&P's following suit. Yeah, we did a 38% retrace in one bar on the 5 minute. You might see another test of that high right now, which it also could be considered a last kiss of the resistance. See how she holds up. I'm really, you know, there's a lot of Feds talking. You got Powell tomorrow. I'm really not that aggressive in my trades today. And what are we looking at? 954. Maybe I'll look for, can't even look for a trend reversal. We haven't really moved that much. A mid-session reversal. Got some green on the screen. Let's see what you guys are talking about in chats. Looks like it's about to fall apart. Yeah, well. If you could substantiate that a little bit, that'd be cool. But yeah, I see a divergence on the composite, so that should bring it down. I'm looking for a double top on that 5 minute. We're just an inside bar right now, so we're kind of range bound. We're still inside of yesterday's daily, so it's a hard grind. I mean, nothing's really going to expand until we break that 42.55 or drop below the 86.75. So I'm not really looking to fight to make some money. I'm thinking 42 will be our high of the day. Which I guess is a challenge of yesterday's high. What billionaires should be expected to pay. Sounds like Ukraine is beating up on Moscow, on Russia, taking back a few provinces. But they're staying tight-lipped about their strategy. That composite looks like it's getting pretty top-heavy. I'm going to roll this over to the 1 minute. We're trading pretty slow. Yeah, I mean, let's see if we make a new low right here, because we're making a lower high. Could just have moved into consolidation. Got to break this right here to start a downtrend on the 1 minute. We're retesting that support right there. Looks like we put in our high. And I'm putting my opening range in today. $18.38, there it is, and now we just broke the opening range low. And we're getting overextended on that move pretty quick. Let's see, is it going to close the gap? Well, we're now below the opening range low. That's pretty interesting. Mm. Yeah, it looks like it's range bound, man. We just keep going overextended in either direction on that 5 minute, which just telling me there's just no room for the move. I mean, this is not a bad hammer, but I think we'd range bound. We're heading back to the opening range. Yeah, you're talking about the algorithms. Yeah, definitely change the animal. That 5 minute bar, though, look at that. That's very interesting. Look at that. That's a pretty strong bar. That's a pretty bullish bar right there. If we don't get a break to the high, then we just know that we're going to or a break of the high, then we know we're just going to be range bound. Yeah, look at that. We break that and then turn around and retrace. Yeah, it's a range-bound day. I don't think we're making any money today, fellas. Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to take. I mean, I'm just watching. It's just turning back and forth. All the markets are doing the same. They're holding on to their gains. But you got the Fed speaking tomorrow, pre-market. I mean, why would anybody do that? And you have oil tomorrow. I don't think we have much more. You got Feds talking all day today. So I'm not too encouraged. And, the more I talk about it, the more I'm talking myself out of taking a trade. What time is it? So you got Masters speaking right now. You got Brainard at 12:35. That guy's usually rough. You got Barr at 2. I mean, the whole day. And then the end of the day, you got the Beige Book. And that's it. and then tomorrow, when is that? At 9:10, you got Powell speaking, and you got jobless claims tomorrow. So nobody's going taking a swing trade or an overnight trade. Might get a move in the afternoon like we usually do. I don't know, man. And they're pretty conservative. I think they're run by born again Christians or something like that. Yeah, I saw one a couple of days ago. They're nice, those ravens. Yeah, it looks like we're range bound, man. I mean, after that 5 minute bar, that strong bar, and we didn't make that move up. Oh yeah, they're electronic trucks. I mean, that's their primary focus. A lot of controversy around them, whether they're going to make it or not. Um, hey, you bet, man. You bet. Yeah, I mean, part of trading is knowing when not to trade. There, Spidey Cool. And yeah, I mean, you got to think about what's going to happen, right? So you got a lot of Feds talking right now. They could say anything and make this market whippy. So even if you jumped into a trade, you had your stop loss in, you could be in the right direction, but it's still going to whip you out, knock your stops out. And traders understand that. And yeah, there are algorithms that are based on negatives and things like that, listening to the conversation and just make the market whippy. So any any human trader is really staying away from that. You got the Fed tomorrow, Powell, and historically Powell has, said something and hammered the market. So you don't want to be sitting in a position and have this guy hammer the market, if that's what their intention is. But tomorrow, based on his comments, we may get volatility that we could trade. So we sit back and we sit on our money. And just remember, there's always another trade right around the corner. So if you miss a trade, what's the big deal? There's another one. So why jump into it right now? Wait for the most opportune time. This is a probability of mathematics, this game. And we just wait for when all the probability is stacked in our favor, and that's when we take trades. So if we don't take another trade all week, and you just traded with me just yesterday, you would have had a $4,800 day. And I think we had a $1,000 day. Yesterday was Tuesday, right? Yeah. So yesterday was the first trading day. So we already got 4,800 for the week. So yeah, do you really need to move? I mean, if you're a basic guy, you picked up 5,000 for the week. Do you need to move right now? I mean, that's 260,000 a year, the equivalent if you do that every week. Last week, I think we did 3,800 or 3,900. If you just did 3 contracts with me. So, where we running? So yeah, man, Spidey Cool. That's where everybody gets hurt. They get into these choppy markets, and you just get chopped up, and you have your losing days, and then you get vengeful, and you get caught in that trade that blows up your portfolio. So you just want to sit back. Let the market do what it's got to do. Let it come to you. Hey, what's up, Eduardo? Good morning. Yeah, well, you know what? Don't sweat it, man. I don't know a trader who doesn't have that story. You know, that's the way it is. I mean, just don't let it keep happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, global stat. Very good. Yeah, we went nowhere. Nowhere. This is just a good day for any income trades you got out there. If you're buying lunch, I'm helping. Why don't you just get that epoxy coating that like what you see in like Home Depot and stuff like that, where you just epoxy coat that floor. Oh, nah, it's oversold already. I mean, that's pretty aggressive push up. Everything's kind of following it. I don't know if, I mean, I didn't take it. I wasn't even looking at the screen that time. I got 42 as a high for the day, I'm thinking. I mean, we broke out of that channel. It's a good, strong run up. Composite just put in a reversal bar and it's retracing right now, as did the Dow, as did the S&P. See if it puts in a double top here. I just think it's going to chop and grind, chop and grind, chop and grind. Yeah, well, we could be doing a last kiss right here. We're hitting that the resistance. It's all relative. Hmm. Yeah, everything's just kind of churning around. Nothing really going on. Even I'm looking at the futures markets. Nothing really happening. Oil's staying down. It's down almost 3 sticks. It was down a little over 3 sticks. Now it's a little under 3 sticks. You could take a break of this 5-minute low. This is the mid. I'm not taking it myself. 25.66. This is the mid-morning reversal. That 30-minute bar looks kind of ominous, although we still have time. Yeah, you're not missing anything, Tommy. We're just range-bound and grinding back and forth. Today's a day you should be sitting on your hands anyway. So, don't sweat it. But, yeah, I mean, if that's your agenda, you should look for this trade that we're looking at right now, which is the mid-session reversal, which will happen between, say, 10:45 and 11. And you just check to see if you see a reversal pattern coming in, which I'm kind of looking at one on the 5-minute right now. We have a bearish divergence on the 5-minute. You can enter actually breaking the previous low, 26.86. But I'm not going to take that trade because everything's just wonky today. Yeah, you should be working on income trades, income spreads. And really, that's what I've been doing over the past few days pretty aggressively. And I'm not even having to sit in them that long, where I could close them out and I'm making my anticipated percentage. So really, you're only looking to make 5% each trade. And that usually takes about 6 days. And I'm closing them out a lot quicker. And in the volatile market like this, I'm not really looking to get. You could be in that trade if you're looking for that trend reversal. Now's the time. The move's not going to be that great. It should be about 9 points. So if you're busy and you can't really scalp, then those income trades are perfect for you. And it's just a compound. It's like compound interest daily. The hell am I wearing? Yeah, I gotta change if I go out. No, I don't do naked trades. I'm doing spreads, credit spreads. Then I might take some debit spreads as protection. But yeah, you don't have to look. You have to look at the market once a day for that kind of trading. Look at that. That trade just blew back. Wonky day. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this news. I mean, I hate when they just talk about companies. I'd rather a macro and micro economic view. Yeah, I can explain income trades, man, but they're in depth, so I can't really give it a shot. I'm trying to put together a venue where I could do that with you guys, and we could do income trades together. So if you're patient with me, I'm pretty sure I'll get it together. But really, I mean, how I feel a speculative portfolio should be set up is you should have an income trade program, and then your weekly risk is half of your weekly income. So if your income trades produce 1,500 a week, then you know your weekly risk tolerance on your scalping should be 750. This way, you're not ever messing with your capital. Once you hit that 750, you back off and generate that income again. So income trade is really, it's a high probability trade, but the payoff is small. So if you put $1,500, if your trade is $1,500, your risk, your capital is $1,500, then you're really only looking for $75, $75 on that trade. So, and I mean, you want to do it within 6 days or so. So that's the general idea. And then, you do a series of those. And you got to figure you see about 11% on your money a month. Or maybe 15%. Which, is not bad. It just by compounding, slow compound, and so this way you build a machine, a trading machine. You master your directional trades, which is what we do here. We take trades in one direction or another, and then you do your income trades, which is kind of a game of keep away from the market. And you just risk what revenue you're making with your income trades. I mean, you're going to need capital for your day trades, but your risk management comes out of your income. Yeah, look at this, man, just chopping back and forth. We've gone nowhere. I mean, we're up 18, I guess, for the day. But just nothing coming in on it. We break and pull back and break and pull back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. Spidey cool. I'm just getting the game together. I just got a lot on my plate these days. Trying to make room for everything. Dow looks like it's getting heavy. Yep, that's where the losses come. In the chop. Yeah, I haven't taken anything today. And I mean, rightfully so. I mean, here's our open. And, all we do is grind around every setup. Just whipped around. Look, we're making a break again. Momentum looks good. But composite's not really following through. Just nothing in it for me today. And why, oh why, would I want to diminish my capital? You can't try to make money. You have to try to make trades. And making a trade is a good setup, good probability. That was a pretty strong move up right there. But you got to argue that this is more of a range-bound day than an expansion day. It's boring. Sometimes the market is like that. Boring. Yeah, looks like the rain let up finally. Maxed out. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is hilarious. putting another move in for that high. Yeah, but the composite looks like it's trading back. Markets are mixed, man. It's not gonna happen. You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and breathe on the air for another hour. So, well, you could take this break. I'm not gonna take any trades. You could watch this break. The composite turned around. It's pushing up, challenging the high of the day, I believe. Oh no, it's just challenging the last peak, but doing a retrace right here. The Dow's kind of testing the highs of the day. Russell's testing the highs of the day. Might be an afternoon move. But, hey, listen, subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the like if you're new to the channel. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Just watch the trades today. Should be rather jumpy. We get the Fed tomorrow at 9:10, so we should have a fairly decent day after that. The only thing we got to watch out for is the oil report, the EIA. So that's it, man. Have a good night. Good luck trading.